Good morning. Welcome to the first annual All Seasons Horse Handling Clinic. This is my wife, Traci Brooks. I'm Carleton Brooks, for those who don't know who we are. This is a horse handling clinic. So basically, we're going to talk about some safety issues. Then we're going to have a mock regular conformation model class. And then we're going to have a mock walking the triangle as they do tomorrow in the Sallie Wheeler. Okay? Anyone that has a horse that might be a little unruly, I'd like you to tie a knot in the end of your reins right by the buckle. The conformation classes and the breeding classes, does anyone know what happens if the horse gets loose? Are you eliminated or what? Does anyone have the answer? That's for ponies. The rest you can keep going. You do have to catch your horse again. So a big part of handling your horse is safety and discipline. Discipline with a horse is very important. A lot of people try to train their horses at home. They're not in an environment with other horses or an active environment like a horse show, and their horses come a little undone. Everyone should rehearse that before they come to actually compete. How you present your horse in a handling class or a model class is very important. Horse has to walk very direct, square, and prompt with discipline. Horses that stand on top of the exhibitor or whatever, you're not going to show your horse well. You're not going to do as well. So your horses have to be basically disciplined like they're in the military. If you think your horse is good enough at home, you're only going to have 60% when you get to the horse show. So your horse has to be better than what you think at home, so they present themselves well at the horse show. Traci?
Yes, absolutely. And we do practice at home quite a bit. We try not to practice too many days in a row because the horses get a little sour on it. But we practice a little bit a few times.
Every horse that comes into our stable, first day we stand them up. We stand them up to see what their aptitude is, their attitude is, how their conformation is, and what we need to work on right away. So if a horse stands there with one leg cocked out, we look at it, shoeing issue, conformation issue, whatever. First week or two, we stand them up a lot. We make them just stand there. Every horse should be able to stand still with all 4 feet flat on the ground for at least 10 minutes. Then they should be able to walk promptly off after that 10 minutes. Most people are not that thorough. Then we take them and we teach them to trot. We never let them run past us, ever. That's a big no-no, okay? So when you walk your horse off, most people lead it from the left. Most horses bulge to the right. When you're training your horse and teaching them how to handle, lots of the time you need to lead them from the right. You're going to show them on the left side, but the horse has to learn to actually walk square. You have to think a little past what you're going to do at the horse show and make sure it balances out. So this group's standing very quietly right now. As we go along, a couple of them will get restless. How you handle that is a big difference in how you're presenting your horse. You can be very gentle with your hands. You can be very calm. But if you don't feel it from your heart, the horse is going to feel it. Your empathy is going to reflect on how your horse shows and how you present them. All right? While he's lining you up, we're going to face the tent, which is uphill. I'm a big believer anytime I get to walk in the ring first, I try to present my horse uphill. Horses' balance is on their front end. So if you have a horse and you stand them downhill, you've just accentuated some of their faults on their front end and have their hind end farther out behind them. So anytime you walk in a model, a handler class, whatever, and they don't really specify where to go, walk uphill.
6 and 7.
As they're lining up, maybe we should kind of go over the difference between a handler class and a model class.
So a handler class is judged on how you present your horse, how you do things, and everything. Conformation class is more just on the horse. So a handler class is on you and the horse. Now when you line up, you want to be at least a horse length apart at the most. If your horse is a little unruly, you want to give yourself more space. Safety is the key. Safety is very important. Now when you walk in a class, say a model class, and you're going to present your horses, the judges, a good judge will stand back and look at all of them as a group and kind of get an idea what the horse is. Then as they start to walk individually to each horse, you don't need to keep your horse posed the whole time. You pose it when the judge is a horse away from you and tell the judges a horse or two past you. Now if the judge steps back and starts to compare to, he's looking at your horse. Pay attention. You watch a lot of people look the other way. Judge looks at him and goes, oh, he really is big kneed and over at the knee. Well, we have a pretty good group this. So also how you present your horse, how it's turned out. Even in a handler clinic, how your horse is turned out. Does the bridle fit right? Is there extra metal hanging on the bit with tags and stuff? That distracts. Is the noseband the right width? Do you have the right width of cheek pieces? Do you have the proper bridle so the horse stands and keeps its mouth calm? That's another thing. The horse needs to keep his mouth calm. Is the horse trying to jump all over you? So then when you present the horse, do you stand in front of the horse, beside the horse, the side the judge is on? You have to realize which way you're going to present the horse the best. There's no set way, not in our divisions. So now I'm looking at all these horses, quite a good group, trying to figure out which ones, as a model horse now, are the best, or in the best top. If your horse stands, has a low back, how do you get him to pick his back up? If horse is crooked in one, how do you stand your horse so that's less? It's still going to be crooked, but you can stand it if you look at me with its leg out like that, or you can bring it over here and it's only half as bad. So you have to realize how and why we do everything. Everyone's worried about their head and neck. Head and neck creates the balance and the look through the shoulder at the last minute when the judge is coming. I try to have the horse balanced from its rear through its shoulder, then I worry about the head and neck. A lot of people stretch their head and neck out and actually changes their back or their middle, and it makes them worse. Some need to have their pull up, some need to have their pull down. When you hold your horse, try not to be pulling on both sides of the bit with a clamped hand. When I show a horse, my hand is constantly pulsating. It never has a firm grip on the horse's face. Now, a mare or a filly will always tend to have a little lower back. So you have to think what to do to get its back up. All right, so in a model class, the judges look at them, stand back, discuss which one do you like. They kind of go in an order. They haven't decided yet, and then they have you all go to the side, walk straight down, and then trot. Today we're going to make it a little harder. We're going to walk down and trot back. That way we can trot uphill. And then we're going to step aside. We aren't going to line them up in order. What we're going to do is talk to you how you could have presented your horse better. What we could do, little things to make you show the horse better. All right, so if this group will just go over to the rail, we'll just do one side there. We'll do this side over here for safety reasons. So Robin, Mr. Buddicky, you're gonna walk here, walk down somewhere past the flowers, pause, turn around, and trot back over here near this plant so you don't make anything act up. Now obviously this is horse, I do know this horse first time off the farm. You have a good horseman holding this horse. He's allowed today to discipline it. We aren't showing. This is a great practice to do what they need to do. So as you watch this horse walk, he's not totally developed behind, he's not walking square. He's also trying to run a little through the bridle, so that makes your horse's hind end not show itself well. The walk and the trot are very important. See, he doesn't look at the horse. He feels it. You've got to feel it. You're good. Any good judge, if your horse doesn't trot, he will allow you to show it again. We want to see the best horse. So just for practice, we're going to let Mr. Buddicky do it again. This time he should be able to get a little better walk and then a little better trot. Now, if I have a horse that's trying to run past me, I'll do the trot. I'll trot halfway, pause at the trot, and then trot again. Everybody else keeps running faster, trying to get away from the horse, and actually the horse ends up running over the top of you. So we watch this horse. This horse is a little, if you watch how he's showing this horse keeps bringing his hind end slightly to the right to get away from him. So this would be a perfect example of teaching your horse to jog from the right side. Also, when you turn him around to practice, you want to teach him to turn to the right and the left, which you'll see is important when we get to the triangle. Now he's feeling that horse's trot. That's what you have to do. It comes from the heart. It comes from the heart. Very good. Excellent job. All right. That horse was much better the second time. Okay, next one. Now, I'm going to give you a little secret. When you're rehearsing or even at every horse show, because from one horse show to the next, horses remember, they're repetitious animals. How you treat them after they've done the walk and jog makes a difference how they're going to show at the next horse show. You're not done. You're always working with your horse. This horse, big, old, kind of plain horse, you'd want him to walk with a lot more step. This lady's borrowed this horse. She doesn't know it. We'll do it twice with her too. Now she's going to turn around and she's going to work at making the horse trot with some presence and solid on its feet. Then we'll do it again. A little more, a little more. Just drop your hat off to the side if you have to. Come on, come on, come on. Your horse can feel how you're jogging. If you need to animate your horse, you have to create animation in your jog. You are a partner with your horse. Okay, again. You grab that. A little more. Come on. Walk like you own it. Hup, hup. It's military. Think military. Think military. Think military. There you go. Now we've got to walk. The horse is walking square. The horse picked its wither up, picked its back up. You're presenting your horse so the judge wants to take that horse home with him. Now walk with some, trot with some expression. Skippity-doo-dah. Come on. There you go. Anyone notice the difference? Very good. Now Meredith, walk a circle and go up there so you're walking. Everybody should have basically the same start point. Now while you're waiting in line over there, and you know you're next, you should get your horse prepared. If it's going to drag itself, you should animate it a little bit. If it's going to be too animated, you want to calm it down. Okay, walk with some purpose. Very good. A little more. A little more. There you go. She's got it. Step a little bit away from your horse. There you go. Horse should be walking without leaning on you. There you go. Everybody's a little casual about the walk. The walk is the basic gait. If your horse walks like a duck, it is a duck. All right, let's give it a trot. Come on. Own it. There we go. There, the last half of the trot was pretty good. Meredith, we're going to do it again. I want you to walk with more purpose, a little more definite. When you come back, you want to start out with the trot you finished up with. That's how you show your horse better. Walk like you're going to take 5 less steps to get there. There we go. There we go. Whoop. Just much better. Anyone notice a difference? Come on, you're not finished till you pull up. There you go. Judges are talking, they look back up, and you've walked promptly, and then you let them slack off. They see the slack off part. All right, now you're going to start out with a trot with purpose. Yep. A little more. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Very, very good. Excellent job. Purpose. Don't let him nuzzle you. Just give him an elbow. Yep. This is setting him up for if you were going to compete tomorrow. There you go. A little thing I do always, I get down to the end, I get him to push away when I turn him around and trot back instead of let him start out with an outside bulge. Yep. Good job. Now give him a little, just get him to stay away from you a little bit, and then you should be able to walk about 6 inches farther away from him. There you go. There you go. That's right. Very good. Much, much better this time. Now veer a little right with your body, not pulling him, as you turn around, so you end up trotting directly toward the judges. Look where the judges are. Trot right toward them. Yep, yep. That's correct. There you go. There you go. Watch it. Watch it. She feels it. Very good. All righty, next one. Yep. These horses should know not to reach over with their nose toward you. The walk is the most important. It's the basic gait. If they can't walk, they can't trot. Yep. Come on. Come on. Come on, all the way up there. There we go. Now he needs to rehearse so he's not so fussy, so we'll do it again. He thinks maybe you're going to give him a peppermint or something. Walk.
What about putting the stick in the other hand?
They have their space, you have your space. Much better. Very good. All righty. Next one. When you turn that corner to walk, you're walking. You're being judged. You need to walk. Walk.
One of the things as I was just walking down the line, I mentioned to Michelle that as you walk or trot, you want to keep your chin up, your eyes up, just like when you ride. It affects your balance and it affects your horse's balance. You want to have a focal point. What are you walking to? What are you trotting to?
You want to get your horse to focus on something in front of it so they trot direct and square. Now remember, this is schooling today, so if they need a little help, you're going to help them. Very good. We're going to do it once again. Everyone's going to do it twice. You might want to carry your stick in the other hand too. Come on. There you go. Ah, much better. Trace? Lots of time when I school the horses for this, I actually will walk down there, turn them right, get them to step up with the right front. And when I show them and I ask them to come left, they lift their left up, they bring their wither and shoulder up, and they start out with a better fluid or walk or trot. All right, good effort. Very good. Next one. To walk. Don't be afraid to show. You're at a horse show, you're showing your horse. You have to risk it a little bit. Get the best out of it you can. All or nothing. Look where you're going. I would wait and get straight, walk 2 or 3 steps, then trot myself. Come on. Good job. Now turn to the right to turn around to do it again. Walk, purpose. Now trot directly toward that plant down there. Now walk, I'm sorry. There you go. Come on, a little more. Don't be bashful. Come on. There we go. This one you'd want to walk with its nose up a little bit. Otherwise it pulls itself along on the front end. There you go. Go around that plant and let's trot back. You can cover up minor conformation faults or little things like if your horse is to touch straight in the shoulder, if you have them walk with their head up and forward, they'll use their shoulder to the maximum. You trot that way, they'll lift up into the trot, and you'll get a better trot to start with. First impressions. Very good. It's walking, it's standing out in the crowd. It's alert, disciplined, walking true, square. They need to land flat on all 4 feet. Okay, we're going to do it once again, and as you trot, you want to try to free up your leading arm a little bit. Try to keep a loose elbow. Yep. Looser. Let your back relax, his will relax. Showing a horse on the line is the same as riding them. They can feel and sense the same thing.
We should talk a little bit about breathing as well at this point, probably. So your horse's breath, if you're holding your breath, your horse is going to hold its breath. So if you want him to settle in and take a deep breath, you should do the same. So you want to pick a spot where maybe you're just going to ask him to breathe a little. Maybe it's before you trot, maybe it's when you're walking. but you want to be patient so they don't get anxious. So make sure that you're breathing.
Very good. There you go. See, he turned it to the right, which is fine. You don't always have to turn left. He knows his horse. Very good. I think you'll just go once. Good job. Yeah, just so you know, the last horse showed himself very well. I happen to know the horse. So instead of having him rehearse and get sour, he stopped because I happen to know that horse is competing tomorrow. There we go. A little more. I believe Traci walked around and talked to you all about outfitting the horses with the bridles, etc. Did you catch everyone?
I did the first line. I'll do the other one shortly. I thought we wanted to wait and maybe discuss it together.
Okay.
Yeah, sticking the other hand would work a little better.
Another hand, and with this horse, let's try turning him left after the walk and see if he doesn't start out a little more balanced between the front end as you trot. A little more walk. Now watch, he's walking toward you. He should walk a different line than you.
And if you need to get a little more at his shoulder so you don't have to pull him, get behind him a little bit once. And then
back in the belly.
Yeah, wave your stick a little bit, then get back in front of him.
That horse should know that if you go like that with your outside shoulder, he's going to get smacked. You shouldn't actually have to smack him when you're in your handler class. Now this is an example, I believe, when you turn and trot. Go ahead. Yep. He started off much better by turning to the left. You have to know which way you're presenting your horse better. I watch very closely how a horse starts out to walk, how the horse pulls up at the walk, how the horse starts out at the trot, and how the horse pulls up at the trot. That tells you a lot about the horse's conformation, their discipline.
Just keep your head up. Keep your head up. Try not to look at him.
Not in front of him.
Put your stick to his belly a little bit. Just put your stick. There you go. There you go. And walk with him. There you go. And you can even carry your stick a little behind you so he kind of sees it out of the corner of his eye. And he'll walk forward from it. Keep your chin up.
Especially when you turn around. If you lift your chin up, your upper body comes up. The horse is with her and front end steps up.
Try not to look back at him. Keep looking where you want to go, even if he's not coming with you, and then use your stick. Get back by his shoulder.
I'd be amazed the ringmaster or judge will walk down and help you. So never get worried if you're having a little difficulty. They want you to present your horse the best it can be.
There you go. Keep your eyes up. There you go. There you go. Keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up. There you go.
Not bad. Let's do it again. I want you to lead him from the other side. Let's try this. You get on the other side of your horse. There you go. I'm going to help you. Don't worry. Just keep looking where you're going. Yep. There you go. Just hold the one rein if you can. Walk off. Yeah, look down at the ringmaster. Don't worry about it. He's going to learn.
You can just hold your reins in the left hand and let go of the right. Let your right hand go so you can face where you're going. You want to show him?
He's doing it. All right, we're going to walk back, and then we're going to trot both directions because that's what we're here for, is to set our horses up. Okay, now we'll have him walk back with purpose. Look up at the top of the tent there. Yeah, see, we're not chasing the horse. We just have somebody following a horse length behind. It's just enough, but he is flicking back looking at us, which is fine for right now.
Look where you're going. Look where you're going.
You're all right, just walk, just walk. We're gonna take our time here. There you go. Now turn him to the right to turn around. And keep walking, and we're gonna start to trot when you get by me. So put your eye up on the tree branches there. Okay, go ahead, just trot. We're gonna help you. Trot yourself, there you go. You see how I just started trotting and he started trotting? They feel you. They're an extension to you. Yep, keep going, just like that, he'll get it. Just keep going all the way to the end. Keep going. Yep, yep, there you go, very good. Now you're gonna turn him right again, take a deep breath. And you're just gonna start trotting again and just keep trotting even if he's walking. He'll learn to pick up the trot. Just start trotting yourself. Yep, keep going. Yeah, I know you feel embarrassed, don't be. That's how you do it. Yep, yep, that's all right. There you go, there you go. That's how they learn. When you start to trot, they pick up the trot. They don't trot, then you follow them. Not on a handler class. Very good, very excellent job. Patience, repetition. Lots of repetition. Good, good, keep walking. When you get by the judge, you're not done. You're a third of the way done. When you get by the judge, you're not done. You're a third of the way done. There you go. Made all the difference in the world. Now, I'm not saying you're going to show them on the right side of them, but you're going to rehearse on the right side of them.
You also might want to carry your stick in the same hand as your reins, keep him away from you. Since he's not used to being led on that side, it might take some practice. Good.